Hi, I'm Jeff Gamet for the Mac Observer, and I'm at AltConf and Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference 2018 in San Jose. And with me today, I have Aleksey Novicov, and you are the developer of Slip.
Correct.
And I've started playing with it a little bit, but I'm going to play straight man for a second. Slip, what's that?
So Slip is an app that makes it really easy to exchange contact information with another person, and in a way that is secure and private. And it's something that I felt like should have been available for us to be able to do for a long time, and it just hasn't happened. And so I finally thought, I'm going to figure out a way to do this.
Now, years ago, so this kind of dates me.
Yeah.
I was a Palm Pilot user.
I know exactly where you're going with this. Beam My Card.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. It made it so easy to exchange contact information with just two devices. Just point them to each other.
Yes.
And you're done. And then after the Palm, or during that time of the Palm Pilot and the sort of onslaught of the smartphones, IR gave way to wireless, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and we lost that real easy capability to exchange contact information.
Yeah, and I remember early on there were a few developers that tried to replicate that for us, and unfortunately it was always this gimmicky thing where the one that comes to mind was Bump.
Yes.
Where you had to hold your phones and bump your hands together, and there'd always be one person that would bump too hard, and now you've dropped your phone, and those apps just kind of went away. But after playing with Slip for a little bit, it feels to me like this is not the gimmicky thing. This is more like what we could do with beaming cards back when we had that functionality with our palms.
Exactly. When I first discovered Bump, I thought it was a brilliant idea.
As did I.
But in practice, like you said, you bump too hard, phones go flying. You don't bump hard enough, it doesn't work. You have dependency on GPS and internet because you need this arbiter, a server to arbitrate. It was complicated. And so with Slip, it's just Bluetooth, peer-to-peer connection.
So not going to a server.
Not going to a server.
Which means that there's no middleman to harvest data.
No harvest. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So if I'm in an event like AltConf, and I know there's a bunch of people with Slip, and I want to exchange my card with specific people, or my contact information with specific people, how does that work so I make sure the right person is getting my information?
Yeah, so what happens is that two people that are running Slip, when they launch Slip on their phones and they bring them close together, the background of the app will change to a color and pattern.
Okay.
And if they have the same color and pattern, then they know they have a secure connection between them that allows them to exchange information between them. When you're transmitting information wirelessly, like through Bluetooth, it's going, all around in a radius of 100 feet or more.
Right.
And the question is, how do I know who this data is really going to? And the way you know is by seeing the same color and pattern on another person's phone.
Okay.
And it's based on proximity, so if they move away and some other person moves closer to you, you're going to see a different color and pattern on both your phones, and then you know that you can securely exchange contact information between the two of you. Okay.
And when the data is exchanged, it's just like a regular contact card. It's just in their contacts now, and they have it.
Exactly.
So you don't have to do anything extra besides, hey, here's my card, thank you, I've got your card.
Exactly. It's just one step. You either just sort of do a gesture with your phone or flick the card with a swipe gesture.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
And I've even actually added a Today widget. So you can do it very quickly with one step without even having to unlock your phone. It is by far the fastest and easiest way to exchange contact information.
Okay, well, like I said, I've played with it a little bit, and I really liked it. It felt like a very easy, intuitive way to exchange contact information. So we are getting close to running out of time.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, was there anything that you have seen or experienced at AltConf or Developer Conference where this week that really stood out for you?
For me, I'm actually most excited about the things I didn't see.
Okay.
When you're working on some very basic functionality, there's always the risk of being Sherlocked, that Apple's gonna, take your idea or an idea like it and do it themselves.
Yes.
And so the fact that we didn't see anything with Core and FC, the thing that I haven't seen so far is a revamp of their address book. Mm-hmm. It's given me a window of opportunity to build a really great product and hopefully get ahead of anything that Apple may decide to do in the future.
Yeah. So on the Sherlock thing, I was sitting with Dave Hamilton in the keynote, and Apple started showing the new Measure app that's part of iOS 12.
Yeah.
And so I turned to Dave and I said, all of those measurement apps just got Sherlocked.
They did.
And he said, Sherlocking is so old. People don't know what that is anymore.
Yeah.
Let's call it Measure. So now we've decided that when an app is copied by Apple, we will now call that measuring.
Measuring.
The app got measured.
All right. Well, I hope I don't get measured for a while.
I hope you don't get measured for a while. So Aleksey, thank you for joining me today.
Sure.
And I have another question about Slip for you.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
So it's a free app.
Okay.
I want everybody to have it. I'm going to figure out the business model in the future, but I want everybody to have it, so it's free. I don't like advertising, so you're not going to see any advertising in it, and I'm working on some pro features in the future that will generate some income. But it's a free app, and it's in the App Store. You just search for Slip or Yodel Code, which is the name of my company, and you'll find it there.
Okay. So, and since it's an iOS-only app, only on the App Store?
For now, yes.
For now. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, for now, that sounds like a wonderful hint about what might be coming down the road.
Yeah, it's not coming anytime soon, but for a contact exchange app to be truly useful, it's got to be cross-platform. And because this is just using standard Bluetooth protocols, it's a natural to eventually have an Android version of it.
Okay. Well, cool. All right. Well, thanks for sharing all that info.
Sure.
And thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right.
Thanks.
I'm Jeff Gamet for the Mac Observer. Thanks for watching.